You know, I've been around the world and served in the river of the human condition my whole life. I've had the privilege of living in the streets of India, been in the high plains of central Mexico, been in the third world countries of the Caribbean. And I will tell you that there is one common theme, no matter where we are, whether it's around the world or whether it's right here in the city of our own beloved city here in Toledo. And that is that people everywhere you go are forgotten. There are forgotten people's groups on every corner. And there are ways and real reasons why they're forgotten. Some of them are forgotten because of their condition. Some of them are forgotten because they're meant to be forgotten. Right here in the city of Toledo, there are men and women that occupy the beds that are right behind me and occupy the streets of our corners, occupy our libraries that are just as forgotten. You know, there's something you and I can do about that. First of all, people are not adjectives. You know, people are people. And one of the things that cause people to be forgotten is that we begin to label them. We begin talking to them in regards to homeless, or the addicted, or the poor, or the broken in ways that we can't even describe. But when we separate out the adjectives with people, no matter whether you're in the streets of Toledo, you're around the globe serving in third world areas, the common denominator is not just the forgottenness of our people, but it is the resurrection of hope when people like you and me decide to remove the adjective from the equation, where we don't serve because this is a homeless person. We don't serve because this is a person experiencing poverty. We serve because, frankly, they're people. Tonight, before the sun goes down, more than 240 men and women will occupy rooms just like this in our community. The beds behind me are empty, and they're pretty symbolic of how you and I have a tendency to forget. And if we have a tendency to forget, then there are always going to be forgotten people. As members of the body of Christ, you and I can fill the hole. As a matter of fact, the only way the hole can be filled, if the gospel in itself is complete, the only way we can fill the hole is you and me. Every time Cherry Street and Cedar Creek work together, unbelievable things happen. As a matter of fact, let me remind you folks that just a few short months ago, Cedar Creek stepped up to the plate, and 10 tons of toilet paper and food and paper products, 10 tons, 20,000 pounds, was delivered in a single weekend over the Easter weekend. Why? Because members of Cedar Creek decided to be the kind of people that fill that hole. So when you think tonight, before the sun goes down, think about how can I be the human that stands in the gap between the logos, the written gospel of Jesus Christ, and the application of the Jesus of that same gospel. And you'll be able to fill that hole in your corner and around our city.